Gaza and Israel war in the Democrat Party. It's a splinter issue. It's not healthy to let it fester. You have to pick one side or another to finish it.
One thing, bro, like it's very simple. For the way I see it, it's pretty very simple and straightforward. Like again, when you ostracize everyone who's not a nationalist, and then you remain only with the nationalists, and then you turn out to be the most anti-nationalist thing ever. Like that to me is I don't know how he does in the midterms, right? But I really
look. He's nationalist on everything except this one issue in this one country. I understand. Your view is the most important issue in the most important country in the world.
I mean, how can you be nationalist, but your entire devotion is for a foreign nation? Like how?
That will be proven with time. Only time will tell.
He doesn't get it. Bro, come on. Like, do you still think that the guy has some like ace of spades like in his sleeve? The guy is wearing a no sleeve. He's not even wearing tops. There is no sleeves to begin with.
Look, he doesn't have to win a re-election except the midterms. So next year is the midterm. If everything you say is correct, it's a self-correcting mechanism. He'll get pummeled in the midterms. He'll lose power completely in the last 2 years. He won't be able to even turn the lights on without congressional approval. And the balancing will be balanced out. That's the beauty of the system. Yeah. And then your nationalist wing will rise. The Marjorie Taylor Greens will win their primaries or their elections. He's running a candidate against Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah. And so I mean that there are your barometers for what the country's thinking.
Right. Wait, why is it based that he's running against Thomas Massey?
There's billions of dollars, APAC dollars, being put against Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene, and that's what's happening. Essentially, that's what you're saying. That always look at the slinky bud. Basically, Trump is going after the only people who go against AIPAC.
Trump is firmly planting his foot that he's on the Israel side of this schism. Okay, that's what it is.
A super guy.
Now, whether that's whether he's controlled to do that, or whether he is just doing that out of pragmatism, I don't think you'll be able to tell.
It's highly pragmatic. It
is highly pragmatic. So you can't tell me whether it's just a good decision or influence of the external, pure influence by his controllers.
What's kind of pragmatism? You're just like, well, okay, that's it. There you go. You just lost. Like the conservatives, the problem with conservatives is that they make sure that people, in Canada or the U.S., but it's the same. The conservatives, it seems like their job is to make sure that no one ever elects them.
But Rabbi, you are coming from an all or nothing position, and politicians, Trump, etc. It's all mercurial, and the truth is, whether Massey wins or loses or MTG, Trump doesn't give a fuck. He's the winner, no matter what. That guy is always gonna win, because Epstein is dead.
Why is he stepping into it now, John? That's the problem.
Well, he has to make it's a chessboard. It's a chessboard. He's got to move his pieces. This is a floating game. That's what I'm saying. Is like we can all spin our personal wheels analyzing this, but it's always going to change.
That's retarded. I'm sorry.
Look, you agree he chose now to jump firmly into it, right? With the Maskey and Marjorie Taylor Greene. So he's now like suddenly jumping in, calling her Marjorie Taylor Brown, going to the next level now.
So I'm freaking out. AIPAC is fun.
That's hilarious.
But that's what it is. They're freaking the fuck out.
I'm running against the guy that takes AIPAC money, and he didn't vote on the discharge petition. So, a lot of people didn't vote on the discharge petition. Hundreds of people didn't vote on it.
Look, bro, people see that's my issue, man. It's always been this way. That Trump was the only conservative. Let's say, forget the term Republican. He was the only one who didn't behave like that, but conservatives always have zero reading on the people. Zero. Like, you have and now Trump is the same. You have your voter base, which clearly does not want loyalty to a foreign nation. It's very clear. Like,
time will tell. If you're right, MAGA will dissolve. Going into the next election will be a massive, big primary field.
So that's like what choice? Well, how could I be wrong?
I think you're wrong because he's just making a pragmatic decision. You think it's smart for him to go against the Jews?
Pragmatic, yes.
Okay, how so? Just to make 20% of the country?
I mean, it's not going against the Jews. He's simply telling you, you know what? This is America. Maybe you should move to Israel if you're welcome to stay here.
Okay, maybe that's his true feelings. But he has to take one side or another now.
Yeah, and this is the side you should take if you want to build on it.
There's no side of let's all settle down. It's either Jews are good or Jews are bad.
No, you can be a Jew who's loyal to the U.S. and if you're loyal to Israel, you're more than welcome to move to Israel. I mean, that's the beauty of mobility, right? Like I migrated. I'm an immigrant. You can also be an immigrant. There's nothing that stops you. You're more than welcome to move to Israel.
I mean, even Vance has been pretty heavy on some of his statements. We don't want to give open-ended help to Israel. They have to do better. They have given more moderate. There's been more anti-Israel statements from Trump than any other leader in history.
Look at Vance. Vance is not capable of winning the election. First of all, right? He's a dipshit. But let's say he was to become president, he's going to change his tune immediately. He's not going to be criticizing Israel as president. Like Israel will kick his ass if he even tried.
Yeah, no, he should not. But Vance is not someone that should be president.
So you guys don't understand, this is a global community, and you think it's just Israel. It's not. It's American Jewry that have hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe even low trillion. So, your personal bias or bigotry or dislike of the J words, it's not, like, I'm just telling you, dude, Clown House, as you've quoted and said many times, is a waste of fucking time.
I guess
He kicked me!
after we get to
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about her because I feel like you speak to her, but she's really disrespectful. And I'm trying to be in my soul, but she just brings the heart because she just.
that bullshit.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and on behalf of the Mod Squad nieces and nephews, we wish you much success on your road to recovery.
There's a cut.
Cora, I know that you might be still kind of, somewhat a little bit of sleep working on the first cup of coffee, but it is our first story after the Jumbotron. And that is on America's infrastructure, Cora's field of expertise. Federal transportation officials announced a multi-year upgrade plan aimed at modernizing bridges, highways, and public transit systems across the entire country. The new program focuses on replacing aging bridges, improving traffic safety, and expanding broadband access into rural areas. Officials say nearly 70% of U.S. bridges are more than 50 years old, and modernization is overdue. Transportation leaders emphasize that the overhaul is designed to reduce commute times, prevent structural failures, and create engineering and construction jobs in dozens of states. Environmental planners say much of the funding will prioritize sustainable materials and reduce pollution from outdated roadways. Construction is expected to begin early next year, with some projects taking more than a decade to complete. That was the first story on my daily newswire. So when Cora really finishes her first cup of coffee, if she remembers this, I hope she will comment because it.
I was gonna say none of that's new.
Oh, so this is old news. It's not hot
No,
off the press.
I just mean they might have announced it as a
Yeah.
program, but they probably repackaged some existing grants or just adjusted some granting guidelines. And we've had for decades a bridge improvement program. We have we've had broadband infrastructure grants forever. I actually got.
My question is, why is this year 100% intact? Like, shouldn't there be a little bit of if a bullet hits at that velocity and that much force, right, it's gonna take a piece of your ear off.
I just.
Did you see the Michael Crooks footage that Tucker released?
That's why I'll put the pen. I love Kitover, but he's so just derails.
You've got emotional, you got emotional issues to deal with, young man. I don't know what to tell you.
I feel like my child, but bro, like we're
I feel like my child.
yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome if you want to have actual convo, nigga. You sometimes can have those, but most of the times you can't.
I mean, you got N-word Tourette syndrome. I mean, ask Dr. Evital here. Maybe he can get you medication to help treat that.
No, it wasn't no shooting. No, it wasn't. So the police heard.
You got N-word Tourette syndrome.
Ezra Klein had a good episode where he talked about California high-speed rail and how sometimes the intent of social justice and environmental justice policies actually gets in the way of actual social justice and environmental justice. So when it gets kind of weaponized by people that want to not have things done, so yeah, it's problematic.
Thank you, Cora. Let's say hello to Butterfly. Butterfly, good morning. Is this your first time on the show?
Hi, Uncle Steve. How you doing? This is Butterfly. I've never been here before. And
welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here. What would you like to talk about?
I was listening to you in a room called Talking Apes, and I was wondering what kind of a grown man spends his entire week talking to young African-American boys about rules and regulations of a debate club, the technical legal aspects. I mean, what a waste of time for a grown man to spend week after week with a bunch of young African-American boys talking about the rules and regulations of how to have a debate. It perplexes the mind why a grown man is so lonely and bored that he's got to sit there and argue about the rules and regulations of a debate. And frankly, sir, I think it is pathetic.
Well, you know what? You got a good point. I think the only thing more pathetic than that is somebody who's been on Clubhouse for a couple of years, has 50 to 100 profiles, and has the chutzpah to run for Congress and actually get people from Clubhouse to donate. That would be the only thing that's more pathetic. And that sounds great. Would you like to say anything else, Butterfly? Or are you good? Sounds like you're good. Okay. We're going to give you a first-class escort down to the VIP. Yeah, I think I got called that one just as soon as the Mod Squad did. So yeah, somebody who has 50 to 100 different profiles, arguably is mentally ill. I don't know. Running for Congress. And then comes on my show with a false identity and a false voice to accuse me of being pathetic. Yeah, I would say worry about cleaning up your own house first. I mean, I don't know about you.
Gotcha, Uncle Steve.
I have a full-time job. This is one of the reasons why I only do this show Saturday and Sunday, because it's been ingrained and cemented into my schedule. But I've got a full-time job. I have to pay my bills. Some people that are on Clubhouse, they don't work. I don't know how they support themselves. They may be living with mommy and daddy. Or they may be living off the government. No disrespect for those that need to. But I have a full-time job. I've got a mortgage. I've got insurance payments, car payments.
Somebody's a
payments.
little trigger.
So what I do on Clubhouse, if you don't like it, that's fine. Most people do, though, fortunately.
It's a job,
Otherwise,
talking to people about the rules of your debate club all day
wouldn't
long?
be so popular.
Oh.
Let's say hello to Bam. Hi, Bam. Good morning. Is this your first time on the show?
No,
Okay, and if you could speak up a little, that'd be great. It's a pleasure
Kind
to
of
have
a
you back.
grown
What you wanna talk about?
man.
Yeah, I have a question for you. I'm going to speak in code. Can I buy a domain? And replays are on, so this is recorded. Can I buy a domain on your behalf that is yours 100% so I can put some data with it so we can talk later regarding a domain I'm going to buy on your behalf? Yes or
I'm
no?
not sure if you need my permission. Oh, you're going to buy it on my behalf. Well, if you're buying it on my behalf, you need permission. But if you're buying it on your own, I don't think you need my permission, do you?
Behalf. We talked about it offline.
I remember.
The left is lower.
more than I told.
The left is lower unless you're a mute, unless you're a freak.
Then I look the butterfly in the audience.
What kind of a man comes on this fucking app day after day talking about the J words as if it actually does anything to improve your own personal life? How pathetic can a grown man be? Unbelievable. Grow up, young man. Get off of FetLife. Stop with your bullshit.
Glory to God for oxygen. Thank you that our brain works. Thank you. He was at the club and he was enjoying what they were ripping his ass.
Accurate.
Squatting laws now, depending on the domain that you buy, it's actually illegal under the squatting laws.
So you're telling me hypothetically that if someone wanted to purchase either UncleSteve.com.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even know what I was going to say. It's fine. Nothing is that important. The voice. Yeah, the voice. In grad school, they used to make us record our therapy sessions early on with everybody's consent. And we would have to watch those things, and we would get rated by two of our peers and a supervisor live for 45, 50-minute therapy sessions, where there was a camera facing the therapist, one camera facing the client, in the walls, like not hidden cameras, I mean, they're there, everybody knows they're there. And then we would have to go back and watch them and rate ourselves, and then we would have to talk about it. It was the most grueling, painful thing I think I've ever been through in terms of, my level of, it was almost like, it's just too much self-awareness. It kind of fucked me up for a while. Being basically rated on how well I
Shabbat
can
shalom.
human with other humans.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Fucking crazy. And all the while, I'm
Danny,
just to the
why didn't your husband take the garbage out yesterday?
They're gonna kill me.
Well, that's what she said.
Who's she?
Hearing myself on a record, but just talking.
It's an expression.
When you say hearing yourself on a record, do you mean as one of the musicians, or do you mean you're telling someone, hey, take two this?
Oh. Danny, what are you doing this morning? You want to do a Torah study with me?
You wanna hear my Haftorah?
Sure.
I can only do a line.
Can only do it what?
I am smoking a joint. Okay, hold on. Lama tomara kovu teraber yisra helen sra darki me Adonai ume Elohai mishpati avor. And I forgot the rest.
See, Rabbana Shalom. I'm telling you, Danny, there is a power, there is an energy and an intelligence within you. You just have to focus and concentrate, and you can accomplish more than you can possibly imagine, Danny. You've got the power.
This November 1st was when that was this year, but we're still close. It's from Isaiah, and I didn't know until this app. I thought that it was from the Torah, but it was actually from some other place. I don't know anything about being Jewish, Imagine we were born just knowing everything about being whatever we were. Maybe life would be easier.
Well, I would just say, Danny, that this app is by definition, conversational hypnosis. And when you realize that either you're hypnotizing yourself or you're hypnotizing others or you're being hypnotized by others, you will choose your hypnosis. And what I'm trying to tell you, Danny, is that if you use a book to focus your hypnosis, it will increase your intelligence and you will essentially enact what is called time management. And you will no longer engage in unnecessary communication because you will realize that it is a detriment to your health, your love, your little baby, your kid, your husband, your community, your house, etc. You will see that this app and actually the people in it are just black hole energy vampires and you'll be free. Then you can start to use this app to do time management and essentially control your focus again. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you have an account with a lot of followers, or is this like your biggest one?
358 followers? No. I have many other accounts, but none of them are like big. They've deleted all the big ones.
But you've had like probably really big ones in the beginning, right?
Yeah, I did. But it doesn't really matter because some people have many, many thousands of followers, and some of these houses have 60,000 followers. And when somebody opens a room, if they don't have people power, it's like it's like a tree falling in a forest. Nobody hears anything. Just because the algorithm isn't actually based on your followers. That's what's interesting.
Oh.
That's what's interesting about Issa is like the center spoke of a wheel because she has collected a group of people who come together. It's always like the party planner.
It's the green bean, she gives it away.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right.
People like the power of it, even if they don't admit it.
Yeah. A lot of people never ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces. And you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh.
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
Hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back. Yeah, a lot of people never ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces, and you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh,
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back. Yeah, a lot of people never ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces, and you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh,
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back. ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces. And you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh,
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back. Yeah, a lot of people never ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces. And you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh,
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back. ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces. And you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh,
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back. Yeah, a lot of people never ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces. And you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh,
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back. Yeah. A lot of people never ever change their position on this app. It's almost like they're playing chess, but they don't move pieces. And you can't get anywhere. You can't turn a pawn into a queen if you don't move your pieces.
That's a good quote.
Oh,
You should sell it on a t-shirt.
hold on, I got a plumbing issue. I'll be right back.